Hey everybody, this is IntuitiveAnthony doing another social media video. If you would like to donate to the channel, guys, the Cash App information is down below. It's $ Anthony Young, capital A, capital Y, 1978. And to all those who have donated, I really appreciate it, guys. It really helps the channel and helps me continue to do what I love to do, and that's reach one, teach one, guys. Okay, now the difference between the loss of you losing the narcissist and the narcissist losing you, I put together a few things that stood out to me while meditating about it, while working, you know what I mean, deep in thought, you know what I'm saying? Because in the beginning, when they discard you or you discard them, you really kind of feel like you lost something, but you really don't look at the actual dynamic of the relationship because you really didn't lose nothing. If anything, you saved yourself from a whole lot more drama and BS. And I just made this list so that you can see the difference in when you and the narcissist split up, okay? The difference is, I went no contact. I cut them all off. Because, I cut them all off. I ain't got time for that. When you lose them, you lose a burden. You lose a parasite that constantly feeds off of you in one way or the other. Always needs something, always needs you to, just a needy individual. So you have time to focus on you or things that you love or, a sense of peace and happiness. So you're going to lose a burden. You're going to lose a problem that you didn't even know you really had. You didn't really know you had it because your nature is just to give. But then once it becomes so much that it starts to weigh you down, then you start to notice. But when you first leave that relationship, it's going to feel like you missing something really big. But as time goes on, hindsight is 20/20, so you have a little more clarity. And you start to see that you really didn't lose much of anything. And then you also realize that you lost a person that is the enemy of your joy. They don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't want you to do anything more than they do. And as chosen ones, we have a big mission, a big purpose on our life. And it doesn't feel that way because it feels like you just keep getting burned one relationship after another. And it starts to feel that way. It really does start to feel that way. You're like, damn it, again? And so you lose this, and you also lose the fact that you don't have to dim your light anymore. You can be as happy and as joyful as you want to be. And if you're happy and joyful, the people that you come in contact with, you will make their life happy and joyful. You don't constantly have this negative voice in your ear, creating problems, telling you problems instead of finding out solutions and pulling you up instead of trying to bring you down. So that's not really a long list for when you lose them. But those things actually do matter. Now, what they lose when they lose you is a totally different list, okay? They lose supply. They lose somebody telling them that they're a great person, that they're this, somebody that believes in them, even though in their own mind they know they ain't worth shit. You know what I'm saying? They know they're not worth anything. But when you're in that fog of the relationship, you think this person actually has value. When you realize they don't, and you cut them off or go gray rock if you have to deal with them, they don't get that support anymore. So that supply goes out the window. That support, caring about whether they got their bills paid, caring about whether they got what they need, caring about whether they have a ride or they have this or they have somebody to talk to when things get rough, you ain't got to worry about that no more. Because then you start thinking about the ways that they manipulated you, used you, gaslit you, and did all of this stuff against you while you were just trying to be there for them and be an emotional support system for them, while in turn they were just trying to use you to squeeze every bit of life out of you that they could. When they lose you, you ain't got to worry about that no more. And if you as adamant and as strong-minded as I am, you ain't got to never worry about it again. Because I don't care. I don't care if my breath leaves me tonight. I do not want to ever talk to them again. Not at all. Not even a hello, not a goodbye, not a conversation, not a guess who are you? No. Save that. I don't want nothing to do with you. So once you get rid of that, those are problems that you don't have to deal with anymore. But I will say this, whenever you come into another relationship, be very, very careful of who this person is. Make sure you vet them properly. Make sure that you notice the difference in how much you bring to the table and how much that person brings to the table. And make sure that it's at least 50-50 or close to it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is ever cut and dry like that. But you can realize there's a huge deficit of taking and giving. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it'll become noticed. It'll be in the small details. Another thing, when they lose you, they lose your income, because a lot of times they either need you to put lights on their name, on your name, or they need you to do something, or they may be in trouble, so you come in the clutch and help them, or they always seem to need something, and you come in and you use the power of your mind or your ability, your connections, to try to make things easier for them. You don't have to worry about that no more. Because a lot of people, well, can you loan me this, or can I borrow that? And they always say that they're going to pay you when such and such come, or when tax time come, or whatever the lies they tell. That's all future faking. They have no intention on doing anything worth a damn. They're not that kind of person. So they lose income from you. They lose income. They lose understanding. Nobody's there to understand them and say that they're a good person and try to help them find solutions to the problems in their life. No. Screw them. What they go through is what they deserve. There's no more understanding. So when the world, because like even with good people, the world, you have your tough days out there in the world, and the world pretty much dogs you out, and you need some understanding, somebody to help pick you up so that you can go out there tomorrow and do the same thing and fight again. They don't have this no more. And eventually they turn in on themselves, because the people in their past relationships ain't coming back to that ass no more, because they done burned them bridges. You ain't gonna be there no more. So they gotta either muster up what little strength they have and go find somebody else to play, but that takes too much work. That takes entirely too much work. And if you're the A+ supply, they figure they can just circle back to you, but no. That's not happening. That's not happening. That's not happening. So you don't have to worry about understanding them no more. And honestly, you can replace that understanding with the understanding as to why everything shitty is happening to them, because they deserve it. Instead of understanding their problems, now you understand why they have those problems. You lose somebody trying to use you for whatever they can get or whatever they seem to feel is important at that time. Because they always in the moment. They never plan for the future. They never see the carnage they leave behind. They're always in the here and now, until they realize that the future has nothing down there for them. There's nobody lining up waiting for them, because they're either over the hill, they're not as cute anymore, their game ain't as strong as they used to be, so they don't have anybody waiting in the wings. So they're going to try to cycle back to the old pieces. But a lot of them people are so damn turned off by them, they don't even have access to get in touch with these people no more. So now that they're in the here and now, they stay stuck in the here and now, and they have nothing while they're there. And then eventually they have a narcissistic collapse. And at the very end, they lose a lifeline. They lose a support system for life. So when the world gets cruel and hard, they have nobody there. They have nobody there for them. And that is the greatest punishment of all, because they're going to go to their deathbed knowing that the people that did the most for them, that they're going to want to be there for them, don't care. When you laying down in that deathbed and you think about all the people that can't stand you and that is waiting to get the news about you, and you realize that there ain't going to be nobody at that funeral, nobody's going to care whether you were here or not, if that doesn't take its toll on them, nothing will, guys. But in the comments, in the description, guys, is a Cash App. If you want to donate to the channel, guys, this is Intuitive Anthony. I just got off from work. I'm going to relax, guys. I will talk to you later, guys. Peace.